Testing one, two, three. I appear to be dark. Oh, I think I've appeared. Yay, I must be live by now. Oh, it's so cool. Well, just a massive thank you for you all coming along today. And it's really exciting to help you with quantum energy healing, clearings, psychic readings. If you look at the pinned comment, I list a whole load of different things I can do for you today to help you with past lives, spirit guides, clearing your home of anything negative you don't want, healing your pets, connecting with loved ones that have since died, um, working with the ley lines of your home and town and area, whatever it is that you'd like me to help with, as long as I have permission and you are the owner of the thing that I'm clearing or healing or getting readings for, then I'm more than happy to help. And so I'm going to get started with um, creating a safe space before I share anything else. And then we'll get into today's session. And yes, please do, as it says in the pinned comment, please do make your requests in capitals. And I'd like to do these today in a random order, just to help try and get to as many people as we can, and not leave you hanging too long. So I hope that that approach helps you. Okay, so let's begin by taking in 3 deep breaths in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any low vibration energies or emotions at this time, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain at this time, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. From the divine spark in the center of our hearts, we extend a light cord up to the top of our heads, up through the sky and through the stars, going higher and higher to the frequencies of this universe until we reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe, and there connecting our light cords into source. Remain connected into source and extend our light cords down through the stars and through the sky, back down to the top of our heads and into our hearts once more. And now, from the center of our hearts this time, extend a light cord down through the roots of our spine, all the way down through the layers of the planet until we reach the very core, Mother Earth. And there, connecting our light cords into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. She sends her love back. Remain connected to Gaia's heart and extend your light cord up through the layers of the planet, up through the roots of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, expand out a golden bubble of protective light from the center of your heart to surround you at about 2 meters out to each side, above, below, in front and behind. And we set the intention, these golden bubbles of our protected boundaries, that only energies and entities with our permission, our highest good, love and compassion can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us, and that all other energies and entities must leave us immediately. Into our golden bubbles, we invite in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, all for our guidance, clearing and healing, protection, for self-love and intuition. And through space and time, I create a golden bubble around all those in the chat and in the replay at this time, all of those that are permitted to enter the space who have the highest good love and compassion for all in their hearts. And I set the intention for this boundary that I create around this space, around all of us, that only energies and entities with our permission, our highest good, love and compassion can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us, and that all other energies and entities must leave us immediately. And into this session, I invited my guides, my higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. And when called forwards, I will also invite in the guides of a client, one of you in the live chat. I'll invite you forwards, your higher self, and your guides with each turn I take to fulfill your requests. And after each request, I request that yourself and your higher self and your guides step back from me to allow you to continue with the healing and integration of the service I provide. Okay. And we set the intention today. We're here to help people with quantum healings, clearings, readings, past lives, help you connect with your spirit guides, help you understand if there's any negative energy to be cleared from your home, your pets that need healing, or connecting with loved ones that have passed over, or any channeled messages or psychic readings that you would like at this time. It's an honor to assist you. So welcome to those 15 of you in the chat. And as I said at the beginning, a massive thank you to Josh, Mr. Floyd, just really beautiful comments in his live stream and such loving support. And I know quite a few of you have come over from his channel, and it's real lovely to receive that. So thank you. And yes, please do check out Mr. Floyd's channeling YouTube also. And check out each other, check out each other's channels, support each other. It's a really lovely thing to do. I know when I first started my channel, well, it was just after YouTube started, like over 14, 15 years ago. I remembered I got so excited when one person viewed my video, and I still do, to be honest. Every person that views something or comments, it just fills my heart with such love and encourages me to keep going. And I also have some news. So I've been chatting with Viviani. Special congratulations to Viviani for not just all the incredible love and support that she's given in this channel and the live streams, but also she has just completed the week 8 Zoom calls at least, and almost completed the course for higher self foundational training. And what better way to celebrate her completing the first foundational course? We'll be having Viviani live, woo, on Monday. So we'll have a session on Thursday, a live stream on Thursday, and then the next one will change from Tuesdays to Mondays. And it'll be amazing to celebrate that change and also the completion of Viviani's course with having her live. It would just be such a blessing. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's been such an honor so far working with Viviani, and continue to working together is just fills me with such joy. So yeah, if you've got a dream, if you're worried about doing something and you feel a bit of fear and a bit of friction, whatever it is, sometimes the best way is to step through it and be brave. And that's how I got here. And thank you to your love and support, and especially Viviani keeping me on track in my live streams. It's been such a nurturing support. So thank you. Okay. So ready to get started. And I did take a note of some of the names. The idea today is that we'll go in a random order. And so if hopefully that gives everyone a bit of a chance to be able to ask for whatever service they want. I see some of you already asked in capitals, which is fantastic. Please do. And yeah, really excited to help you today. So I'm just going to get us started. Yes, today random order. And let me just get set up. So I've got like a Zoom window, which is not super helpful. And I can just tidy up this window. This is good. So now I have you guys. And would you like to choose the first one, please, Viviane? I'll just ask in the. So I'll it's really funny with the delay because I just put in I don't know, I must be ahead of you by something like 10 or 15 seconds. So I'll just always put it in the chat if I have a question. And we can get started. As your name is called, please say hello. Even if you've been chatting, just remind us. Um, and also ask for just reiterate what it is that you'd like me to focus on today. And I see Patsy's the first one. And I'm just doing a quick scan to see if you, as I ask for Patsy to come forwards and our guides, if you can just let me know what it is you're looking for today, Patsy. So I'm just asking Patsy and your higher self to come forwards. I'm just asking one of Patsy's guides also. I'm just checking to see in the chat if there's anything as well. Patsy would like to hear from mum and mum and dad for support. Oh, that's my honor to connect with your mum and dad. So calling on Patsy's mother and father at this time to come forwards and offer any messages that they'd like to share with Patsy at this time. The first message is really beautiful is that their energy, their souls are aware of each other on what we would call the other side, and that they are together in their awareness. And Patsy, your mom and dad are showing me. I've never seen this before, so it's quite hard to describe. But they're showing me how their souls can see, like a bit like they're standing on top of mountains, and then they're looking at the lifetimes, these different threads, these different like trails, these mountain trails below them, and they're showing these um, really beautiful lifetimes and saying there's multiple lifetimes, one soul with multiple lifetimes, and they're aware of the lifetime that they've shared with you, and that also as a soul family, a soul tribe, you will come back together in future incarnations together as well. And are there any other messages? Your mother's offering out her hands touch mine. Um, she's asking to channel through me, and as much as I really love channeling, um, it's going to be too much to allow her to come into my energy. But I'm just going to ask her to relay a message. That Patsy, you are an angel, that you are loved, to keep going, to keep following your heart, and know that whatever turmoil faces you in your life, it's not about you, it's about the others in your life. And let them figure out their own messes, let them make their own mistakes, and allow people to get on with their mistakes and their successes. And people's mistakes allow them to grow. And she's just letting go. Um, that was really beautiful. I hope that helps, Patsy. Thank you so much to your mother and father. And I'm just going to ask them to step back. They're really beautiful souls. Thank you. And yeah, let me know in the chat how that went. And I look forward to hearing from you. Let's get grab a coffee. Okay, Suzette is next. Thank you, Patsy. That's exactly what I needed to hear, Jon. You're amazing and wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, Patsy. That really touched my heart. Thank you. I I feel like I have like two emotions. One is like calm and professional, and the other is just a blubbering wreck of tears of joy. And I'm just so close to the latter. So thank you. And Suzette, you asked for a chakra clearing. That's right. Let's have some more coffee and then I'll get started. And I'm just taking a note. So chakra clearing for Suzette. So asking Suzette to step forwards, and your higher self, and one of your guides, please. And I'd like to set the intention to provide a chakra scan and clearing for Suzette. I'm just being warned about something first. What is this? Okay, so there is something attached to you, Suzette, and it's quite dangerous. So I'm just going to create a golden bubble around it. Okay. It reminds me of a chameleon. And it's quite a kind of this quite kind of jittery entity attached to you, or at least it's trying to attach to you. And its kind of jitteriness is what was this red flag. And there was just a risk of it attaching to me or to others. So it's contagious now. And I'm just going to bring down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above down to just above Suzette's crown, setting the intention to clear and to remove anything that doesn't serve her highest good. And as I'm scanning down, I'm just going to check in to see if this entity has attached in any way and where it needs removed from. Your crown chakra, it's been like tapping and knocking on. It seems okay. Just sending in some healing love energy. And this seems important to share this. I don't know who in the live chat needs to hear this, but whenever I'm sending in healing energy, it's not my energy or it's not just my energy. Whenever I pull that energy out of me, I'm pulling it down from source and up from the root of my spine, up from the core of Mother Earth. And this is how I can do it for 2 hours without draining myself, although I still get tired. But the more I practice, the better at it I get. When I first started, I only do about 20 minutes. Okay, looks good. And then your third eye. Oh, okay. There's this tongue of this entity. Right, let me just unwrap this. Ontara unoromo sonomoa. I'm placing the tongue of that entity back inside its mouth and just holding it closed. Okay, I'm holding this entity now in position. And I'm just checking down since I have its absolute and undivided attention, just checking around the heart. Where else is this attached? And it's trying at the tail root. Okay. I call forward my light sword, sword be with me. And I'm just disconnecting its feet and its tail from Suzette. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Thank you. That was a big entity. Like it felt like about the size of you, Suzette. um, as tall as you. Quite a skinny, spindly, jittery entity. It is definitely removed now. Archangel Michael was saying that it would have tried to have the reason I was being told it was a chameleon is that um, it would try and pretend to be you. Um, like when it was attached to you, pretend to be part of you. And when you communicated and were influenced by it, if that would have happened in the future, that's what it would have done. Okay. And then checking around your heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra. These all look good. They're all, your whole being is like lighting up, Suzette. It's like, yes, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want. And you could feel it. Yay. Woohoo. Wow. Amazing, Jon. Thank you so much. I could feel it. Yeah, your body's just responding really well. I feel like it's you're at the early stages of an attack or an attachment. And so you're not being damaged or wounded by this entity. And I'm just grounding the energy down to the core of Mother Earth. Okay. And just before I finish with Suzette, is there anything else to share with her? I'm hearing your guide is saying, Suzette, please look after your boundaries. Please look after your energetic boundaries. Please look after your heart. In particular, I feel this aching in your heart. Um, so yeah, please do take good care of yourself. Okay, I hope that helps. Um, and I'll drink some coffee. I'm just catching up on some of the comments. Hello to everyone. Um, okay. Um, and Cricket Manifest Live was saying I was just focusing energy for channeling as I'm learning quantum healing and I'm level 1 certified. Um, and Jon explained how he does the healing and clearing. Must have picked up on my intention to learn. That's really beautiful. I can teach you. um, you won't get taught anywhere else what I teach because I didn't learn it really from anyone else. I learned my work uh, on the job. And I just sent in my newsletter today a photo of the first session I ever did. And I think it was just 30 minutes. And this is going back to 2021. And I did some healing on a friend, just sending in love energy and to clear anything. So that was a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, if you want to join my higher self foundational training, it starts on the 30th of September and I can teach you how to do all these things. So you're next, Nathan. Nathan is next. And Nathan, you're looking for past life. Um, and a special thanks to Nathan for a past life resistance for when you meditate. Okay. Uh, Even as I'm typing, I'm getting a lot through for you, Nathan. But let me just ask your guides, your higher self, step forwards. So it's really it's really fascinating, Nathan. First of all, congratulations on working through my free guided meditations. It's a lot of fun to create those meditations and the same meditations I have used each day for many years to develop my abilities. And your continued dedication to the practice is super helpful. So I was shown for you, Nathan, there's this past life. Now, I'll ask a bit more about the detail of it, but the story, the lesson, the pattern that you need to work on to help you meditate is that I was seeing you as you're like a some sort of a religious figure, perhaps a monk or a priest. And this goes back, it's within the last 200 years. And during what you would call, well, what others at the time would call prayer time, and for you was more about meditating, uh, you had begun, it's like you'd begun to develop from prayer, where I describe your prayer as being, it was much more like intention focus. It was like, dear God, I would like this. Please, please please bring peace to our town. Easy for me to say. Um, and over time, you started receiving messages. You started, there was aspects of it feeling quite unintentional channeling, like you're receiving messages from your guides, from angels, and from source, from your God. Um, and this didn't go on for very long. It feels like 2 or 3 years, and I'm just feeling like this. Um, you shared in private. You shared some of this with others. You found it difficult to communicate with others because you were worried that if they found out that you were talking to God or to other spirits, they could be jealous or think that you were like a pagan or witch, um, and that very sadly you were murdered, um, and it was while you were praying and meditating. And it didn't happen, like you didn't die immediately from your wounds. You were hit on the head. I'd see like a soldier coming into the church, and you were halfway through like channeling um something out loud from one of your guides, and then you were hit on the head, and this blow to the head, it took about 3 days for you to die. And the 3 days were very like difficult for you, and there was an element of torture, like you were uh kind of left to die, but it's like you were tied to, I see like a table, and it was in the church. The town that you're in was invaded, and but those 3 days were just very difficult because you felt like um you had lots of time to reflect on the suffering. And so now when you're meditating, so this is what your guide was showing me. Your guide was, it's like uh, just to the side of you, to the left of you, and your guide is trying to send in messages to you, and your soul, this remembrance of this healing, is you're feeling like, oh, this is really difficult because the last time I did this, and that this is the last time that you had fully meditated in a past life, and channeled from guides. You don't feel safe, and so all this to say that your main focus to helping you support meditation in this lifetime is that feeling of safety, cultivating that feeling of safety, Nathan. So I hope that that message helps. In terms of practical advice, I feel like creating a safe space when you meditate, um, being able to, uh, and I can just check in on like your crown chakra just now and how it feels to be able to receive messages, um, and setting the intention, like when you have a safe space for your meditation, just make sure that you're sitting down and setting clear intention for your body. So you can say, you can put your hand on your heart and say, body, I am safe. We are safe. We are safe to do this practice just now. And saying it out loud is really helpful. It helps cultivate that feeling inside of you. And then also for your guide, tell your guides that it's safe. It's safe for them to connect with you. And I know that you're early on in your journey, and it's not necessarily your focus to be uh, channeling right away, but know that it is the source of the resistance that you felt. Is the worrying about that is an inevitable step for you, and to know that it's safe. I'm doing it right now, and I'm safe, and more of us are doing it, and we're safe. So let me just quickly check your crown chakra, bringing down column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above to just above Nathan's crown chakra. Oh wow, okay, yeah, I do see. I see where you were struck in that previous life. Just here, it's like on the upper right um, frontal lobe. So just encouraging your crown chakra to grow to natural size and shape. And just working out some of those kinks, the dents in your crown chakra. And then grounding that energy down to Mother Gaia. Good. I hope that helps. Um, Let me know in the chat, Nathan. It was an honor and a really powerful message. And I feel like that feeling of safety is so important for all of us, you know, creating that big boundary that I do at the beginning of every session is as much about your physical safety as it is about your energetic safety. And it's, it's also like an affirmation, a mantra that you're creating this for yourself. Um, so thank you, Nathan. Just asking your guides to step back. Hello to Brian, who's next. And Brian is looking for anything needed at this time. Oh, Nathan, you're saying you'd love to channel. You could as a child. Oh, that's so beautiful. Um, that's so beautiful. So, so yeah. And if you'd, I'd love to teach you if you want to join my training. And we begin the channeling journey. It's such an honor to teach people how to do it and reconnect with that. Helping you relearn from when you were a child. Okay, Brian, just asking your guides and your higher self to step forwards. And yourself, Brian. The first thing I see around you, Brian, is I describe it like a gray cloak. Um, it's around you and your higher self, and it's also shielding your guides. I'm just asking my guides what this is. My Lyran guide, Evan Shell, he's describing this as it's like a invisibility cloak that you wear, and I'm getting like real like energy shifts around you when I'm interacting with this protective layer around you. It's like causing huge like um electrical and quantum energy shifts. I can feel it like rebalancing, um and it feels like some of what you're hiding is just yourself from plain sight, and I can resonate with that feeling and that experience. um but behind this as well, there's also um there's something darker to, if you're ready to face it. um there's something darker for you to face within you, or attached to you. um it feels like this is a gift that you possess, Brian, to be able to be stealthy, um and even invisible to some entities. But it is also, the downside of it is that you when you hide parts of yourself from others, you deny others their ability um to help you because they can't see all of you. And I'm just asking Archangel Michael, what happens if we just bring this gray cloak back? Well, the first thing I see is there's just a little bit of a corner that we're peeling back, and just seeing this really big, beautiful, bright, angelic soul. Your light body shining really brightly behind this. So it does feel like this is a choice for you, Brian, to consciously decide whether you want to remove this veil that you hold yourself behind, um, or not. And it's so depending on depending on what you say in the chat, whether you want me to do it for you just now, or it's something you want to do yourself, to consider doing it at some point in the future. It's it seems quite simple. You just imagine, so you could find a quiet place. You could sit and do this in a meditation, or I feel like even just sitting outside somewhere in nature would be really nice. And I see you like setting the intention to remove any protective or otherwise cloaks around you, veils around you that hide your light from others, and then just peel that back. Imagine like drawing a curtain. It does appear to me very much like a gray curtain that sits over the top of you. Um, so yeah, I hope that are you happy for it to be released? Okay, let's take a look, Brian. Ora intirimia tasanachia mahorua. I'm just peeling back this now. Archangel Michael, please return to source and never return here again. Yeah, that's it removed. I see you very, very brightly and a lot of colors coming from you, Brian. And your stature, I don't know if you're physically tall, but you feel very tall energetically and very powerful. And this is sometimes intimidating to others, especially others who are in any way sensitive to 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 energies. And it feels like there's an aspect that you've been in a cocoon, like this chrysalis, that you've been hiding yourself away to go through um, these activations, these DNA upgrades that you've been working through. There's a lot of bright colors. There's at least two of your chakras that are close to, I describe them as rainbow activation, like achieving their highest activation. And those are the throat chakra and the solar plexus. Fantastic. And they're having an effect on the other chakras nearby. Well, I hope that helps you, Brian. It was very magical. And best of luck. Keep going with whatever you're doing is working well. And now your challenge is to just open yourself up and show yourself the whole you to the rest of this world around you. Okay. And next we have Harley. Let's get some coffee. Harley's next. May I have a clear rebirth? Sorry, may I have a clear rebirth today into abundances of finances and open doors to my desires? May there be no blockages or anything uh, or to stop this. Fantastic. Yeah, let's just ask Harley's guides and higher self to step forward. Harley, you're um yeah, when I type my camera jumps around, that's right. um so I'm just going back to um just making sure my stream's still running. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, in terms of um yourself, Harley, the first thing I see is your um your solar plexus, like your guides and your higher self. They're both like this. They're kind of like, it's there, it's right there. That's the thing you need to focus on. So I'm just going to go straight. I'll bring some energy straight into your solar plexus, and let's take a look from the highest dimension of source, bringing down a column of golden light down through Harley, all the way down, and then just coming into your solar plexus. And it feels like a really beautiful um, liquid, like a golden liquid that's flowing all the way down through your chakras, down through your crown, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, and then into your solar plexus. And your solar plexus right now, it needs a lot of love and cultivation, Harley. And this is the source of your abundance, and inviting you to open this up, to open up your solar plexus. And I'm just going to bring in some healing energy. In fact, some dragon light language to help open up your solar plexus to receive abundance of this universe. Toriano ti tiramaka dansaramotoro. Moreano Torua, Rua, Rua, Good. I feel there's this really beautiful, exciting experience of you receiving back, like I see as a dragon, Harley, you're receiving back your treasure. And it feels like I'm being shown there's this like warrior that comes to you when you're a dragon and you'd lost all your treasure, and you had like shiny gold coins and all these things that you obsessed about and looked after, and they've been stolen from you. And you're opening your heart and opening your solar plexus to receive this other solar plexus comes, and sorry, this other solar plexus, this soldier comes and tells you like who stole it and where it is. And they're like giving you a key. They're like doing a trade with you and saying, um if you do this work for me, then you can get the key back to your to all of your treasure. And so it's all about the message of receiving. And the work you do for them is just like really easy. Like you wouldn't consider it work. It's like your passion. And yeah, my message from my guides today, they're just reminding me that it's all about receiving. Receiving is a practice, and it takes time, and it takes dedication, and it takes trust, and encouraging you to open up to receive at this time. So just grounding that energy down through your root chakra and down to the roots, the core of Mother Earth. Good. Thank you. That was lovely. Let me know in the chat, Harley, how that went for you. And my laptop is on a little stand, so whenever I type, it like shakes around. Whoa, whoa. Um, okay, so Lauren is next. And Lauren, you said, okay, I have no preference, but reading confirmations are beautiful. I spoke the name of my DM in dragon language. Oh, that's so cool. Um, I'm really glad that that helps you, Harley. So you're looking for a reading and confirmations. Okay, let me take a look, Lauren. Just asking your guides and your higher self to step forwards. And Lauren, I'm seeing you. Are you? I think you're writing. Like you've got a pencil and you're writing away. I think you're journaling, Lauren. There seems to be significance about the fact that you're writing from left to right. I don't know what that significance is. The the paper that you're writing on is like it's quite an arty paper. It feels quite expensive, and it's oh, I don't know the name of it. It's like, is it called blotting paper or something, where they used to write with like quill pens and things back in the day? Um, but you're using a pencil, and I kept, when I wasn't sure if you were writing or drawing, it feels like there's a mix of both, and there's art to what you're writing. And just before I saw this, your guides were saying that thing that you're focused on, Lauren, like keep going with it. And it's really powerful to see that as you connect with that passion, there's this beautiful oh, you paint too, wow. Um there's this beautiful expansion. And um and now that you've said that you're painting, I there is a connection. I mean, it's all art, right? And everything's an expression. It feels like there's an opportunity for you to tell the story of your art. And I feel that they're kind of separate. They're almost like separate stories. Like you could take a painting and then what you're writing, like journaling, it's like the journey, journaling the journey of the creation of the art piece. And you may, if you do art for others, it's like you also you have this small gift, and it's like a little poem, just a few pages that you give to them about the journey of the art. You just started painting. That's fantastic, Lauren. So yeah, that this is it for you. Like this is a huge passion. Like, you know, music is just an incredible exploration for me. And yeah, to explore, to really allow yourself to unleash yourself. And they're just showing me, your guides are showing me, like, I never throw away a song, right? I've never, since I went through my awakening in 2017 and started writing songs almost every day, I've never thrown away a song. I've just decided to share it. And so you don't need to throw it away if you don't like it. I was seeing you like screwing some up and like throwing it away. But if you don't like what you're doing um, with a particular piece of art, just put it to the side and allow it to just to be the gift that it is. Um, and that's so beautiful that you also play some instruments and you sing. Very multi-talented. That's so cool. And yeah, encouraging you to, you know, to explore all these things. There's, you know, set you can set an intention, and sometimes the intention is just to explore. And I say just to explore. Exploring is probably the hardest and yet the most rewarding um aspect of art. And so yeah, encouraging you to keep going, dear soul. That's really beautiful. And I've written songs about art. That's super fun. I also love collaborations as well. So if you ever fancy a collaboration, that would be super fun. Nathan says, John, you're an amazing, talented. Sorry, Suzette says, John, you're an amazing, talented spirit, and my favorite song, The Dragon Roar. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Lots of dragon songs. Um, and Harley says, I have to step away. Well, take care, Harley. Hope you're doing well. Hypnicity is next. Wow, Lauren, you were creating sigil like things, sigil. That's so cool. Yeah, there's so much, yeah, so much to come through. And if you want to explore those further, you know, set an intention, ask a question about what it is that you're creating, or what is the purpose behind it, or just set the purpose yourself. Say, I want to, you know, encode love within this sigil, or however you'd like to do it. Um, yeah, just feel free to message me, Lauren. It'd be amazing to do a collaboration. Um, You can find me at info@jonbinnie.com. Okay, Hypnosty. How can I help Hypnosty at this time? Just let me know as I call forward your guides and your higher self. Looking for a clearing and for balance. Okay, no problem. Asking Hypnosty's guides and your higher self. And Hypnosty to step forwards. So this is a combination of you, Hypnosty, and also your higher self saying this is, you can see why you're asking for balance. You're saying this part of me is not good, but this part of me is good. And by good, you mean like in good health, but also in vibration. And I've just been shown like really vividly this image of a tree. Um, Let me just see what this image is. It's like a little movie that's playing out. The trees balance themselves with strong roots and strong foundations, and this is what balances their canopy, their branches. And this message that sometimes trees grow around like wounds. I'm seeing like if someone, puts a nail or a stake or even like metal rods or things into the tree, that the tree initially grows around it. And then over time, whilst identifying that there's a problem there, the tree, like if there was my microphone that was jammed inside of it, it works through this process of identification, acceptance that it's there, and then begins the healing journey. And it's like the healing journey either comes to accept that it's there and that perhaps over time it will become um, easier, or just accepting that it's always going to be there. And there's this other part which is that um, whatever you decide is part of you, whether it's a negative wound, a wound that's still unhealed or not, that it's important to face and accept that as part of the whole of you, and that our self love is best served to ourselves in wholeness, not just parts of us. So let me help with this balancing, bringing down a column of golden light to the highest dimension of source above, all the way down to just above Hypnosy's crown chakra. And I'm just going to bring this down to clear, to heal, to energize and balance. Crown chakra is good. Quite expansive crown chakra. Coming down to your third eye. Just removing some small blockages there. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Come down to the throat chakra. Encouraging you to share the parts of you that you find harder to accept. In sharing these, you accept as more ease of acceptance that they are part of you. All our traumas and all our pain and our suffering is part of us. We can still work on it, but it's still part of us. Removing what no longer serves your highest good. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Coming down to the heart. Just helping re-inflate your heart chakra, return to its natural size and shape. And helping ignite your self-love and self-passion within there. Archangel Michael, please return to source. Or never return here again. Just removing something that doesn't serve your highest good. And then checking down your other chakras. Solar plexus. Expand out to natural size and shape. And then down all the way down to the root chakra. That's good. And then down to core Mother Earth and just helping with that balance, just checking your root chakra in particular for balance. The connections encouraging your root chakra to reach out across planet Earth. Good. It's definitely better. It's a healing journey. I feel that for you, Hypnicity. Um, thank you for sharing. Wow, you've survived a lot. That's a lot of trauma. Thank you for sharing in the chat. And I hope this helps you on your journey. And Young Game Bands is next for a clearing. Okay. And 22 in the chat. Isn't that lovely? um, Leah says, realize you can't play dragon language in public. The looks I get. It's funny, Leah. I have sung. I think it was Dragon Roar, the song. Um, that was it. Suzette was saying, or Nathan, I can't remember which, was saying that you love it, and it was yeah. I played it at a nearby pub for the first time, and I remember everyone. They actually asked for me to do it again, and I was like, "Wow, you want me to?" I said, because and the way I introduce it, I just say, "Hands up, who likes dragons?" And you know, it's not usually what you'd expect a singer and guitarist to be asking, but it was super fun, and I really enjoyed doing it. And now every time I play live, I'll always do a dragon song. It's a lot of fun. Um, but sometimes in music, um, you can hide a little bit in that art. Um, but yeah, I I do still imagine this idea of John speaking, doing some shorts like John speaking light language in public places, and just seeing what people's reactions are. Life's too short to hide anymore, right? Um, so young game bands, let me take a look. You asked for a clearing, so just asking young game bands, your higher self, your guides, to step forwards. Okay, there's a very specific, isn't I don't know why I'm making this rocking motion backwards and forwards. Okay, I'm being shown. It's there's something very specific, and it's something that's attacking the connection between your heart and your solar plexus. And I heard it's a razorfish. Um, but it's really interesting. Razorfish are like these crustaceans, right? I think we do have them in Scotland, and it's like it's kind of cutting backwards and forwards. If you believe in them, and they're not just a conspiracy theory, then also you can like Google skyfish. It reminded me of somewhere between those two. Um, and I think the jury's out on whether skyfish are real or whether what are they, skyfish? These rods, or whether they're just slowed down imagery of videos. But it, there's truth in everything, right? So let me see if I can remove this for you. So bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above to just above Young Game Band's head, setting intention to clear anything that does not serve your highest good, and scanning all the way down through the chakras. And then I'm coming down just to the heart. Okay, this thing's fast and it's going to run. Okay, so just now holding it. So I've caught it because it saw me coming. I'm just checking around me to make sure there's not another one, or that it's escaped. No, it's clear, but it was trying to lay eggs. Okay, that's why I was drawn to that. Okay. Yeah, you really don't want that. And just to remove this entity. So it's not attached to you, it's just been attacking the connection between your heart and solar plexus. Archangel Michael, please return this to source. I'll never return here again. Yeah, Archangel Michael said, small but nasty. So there we go. Um, and let's just see, did it have any effect on the connection between your heart and solar plexus chakras? Yes, okay, there was some, it just started to wound. It's almost like it's trying to chop down a tree. So it's just like cutting a small wedge. So just bring in that healing energy to help heal your connections between your chakras. Ontarai moro toromo anea chama toromua. Encouraging your chakras to return to their natural size and shape now that they are safe once more. And then grounding into earth. Oh, that's really good. That thank you for asking for clearing, Youngie Bands. Um, that really helps get to exactly what you needed. And I hope that helps you. Let me know in the chat. Um, and I'm just checking to see. I'm not sure who's next. So I'm just going to ask. Oh, Marbell's next. Sorry, Marbell is next. Yes. Marbell, um, how many lives have I had here on this realm? And which life should I be aware of now to help me make this one more memorable? Wow. How lovely. So, Marbell. So you've said in this realm, I'm just going to interpret that as Earth in the third dimension. Um, Marbell, so just asking your guides and your higher self and yourself, Marbell, to step forwards. Your higher self is saying like this, oh no, no, John, this is very difficult to this is difficult to explain. So you've had the ability, you've had multiple abilities, Marbell, to um jump through space and time. And so I'm being shown you like it's like you've this is so cool. So yeah, you've had this ability to jump into um to time travel really, and then to live life in that time. So I a lot like most days I'm traveling through space and time, but I've never really thought about staying there to live there and how it physically manifest myself. And it feels like each time you did it, you had to take on a host. So you'd actually in previous lives you would step into uh to cohabitation, like a there's a word for this, like a symbiosis, where you co-inhabit someone's physical being with them. And it feels like something that they, this might be unusual for us humans to get our heads around, but it actually feels quite rewarding for them. You offer love and support and guidance, very much like it's like having a guide physically present in you. And then in return, you're able to enjoy some of the physical experiences, like you connect in and experience those physical experiences. And it's like you could be 10% in control of the body all the way through to 90%. And that is consensual with you and the host. There's a lot of parallels that, I'm hearing about, higher selves, our higher selves and a higher self walk-ins. Um, and so this is like a kind of extension of that where you are a different soul stepping into another being's body and not just human. You asked for like how many lifetimes, it's just really difficult to answer because you've stepped into, it feels like there was this one lifetime in particular where you're in many different times and beings. Um, I'm just asking the question anyway. So if we counted that as one lifetime, nine 917 lives on Earth in the third dimension. Wow, that is a lot. But it's okay. And that's why you also wanted, that's why your soul also chose this superpower to be able to step into other lifetimes, because it wasn't just in the third dimension on Earth, uh, where you could jump in and out of different beings and experience it. So Marbell, you've had, this was like your deal has been to come here um, in this lifetime to be able to help continue to grow your soul, like many of us, and you've achieved a lot of that growth both on Earth, but then also by experiencing through others, through others physically. And you're asking about making this lifetime more memorable. How does this work? Your guide is saying their advice to make this lifetime more memorable is really connecting in with your physical body and experiencing like this exploration and experience of um, physical sensations and experiences, adventures, places you've never been to before, doing things that you've never done before, and everything from how to describe it, like everything from like connecting with nature, climbing trees, being in woods and forests, going to places that have a sacred connection. They're built for a sacred purpose. There's just so many things to explore in this world, and you're being invited to connect with these to make this more memorable for you. It's connected to your mission also. So I hope that helps you, Marbella. That was really cool. I love that you could step into other people's bodies and stay with them for some time. I feel like there's that superpower is being shown to us for a reason, and it's something that you could help with others. Skydiving, yes, that's so cool. I wasn't gonna say it, and I should learn this lesson. Right, always say it. I saw you like bungee jumping, and I saw you like flying through the sky, and it's like, yeah, like absolutely do it. Like do skydiving. I've never done it, but I would love to. Um, okay, thank you. Um, oh, and you said earlier, you said I used to have many nights where I was jumping or flying through clouds and space. Wow. Yeah, those lifetimes, physical kind of synergistic, like cohabitation experiences you had in inside of others' bodies um, were on multiple planets as well, which is so cool. And I feel like a lot of what you're experiencing is like you are connecting with their bodies to. It's like the ultimate adrenaline rush, like being someone else for those moments is so cool. Um, Fantastic. So thank you, Marbell, and we have Angela next, and Angela is next for past life healing and clearing. Let me just take a moment. I'm just going to grab myself. Good. Yes, Angela. So past life healing and clearing, just asking your guides and your higher self and yourself, Angela, to step forwards. Oh, thank you, Suzette, for your kind donation. That's really lovely. Thank you. Um, your your heart, Angela, um, it's like this feeling I have of your heart chakra, of it like being kind of compressed. It's quite painful to experience, like being, it's like it's being shrunk down. And I'm just asking to be shown, like, what was this in a past life? What was this trauma in a past life? Because it feels like you've lived with this sensation for a very long time. And I'm being shown like it's like a, somewhere between like a spider and like an octopus like being that's attached onto your chest like this. If you can see my hand, but it's like it does remind me a bit of the Alien movies. It's not the same being, and it's not the same intention. I'm just asking what this, so this entity that was attached to was, it feels like it was helping you to start with. It was helping you. Okay. There've been trauma to your upper chest area. This feels like it happened in battle. It's almost like your chest had been, like there's an explosion inside of you. Okay, it's like some sort of blasting weapon. We, like you see in these sci-fi shows with like being blasted right on the heart. And so this, a bit like when Victorians would use leeches, and maybe some people still do use leeches. Uh, you would attach this species to your chest, and what it did is it like kind of gripped the area, and it would feed on the like any of the, anything that wasn't of your body. So it's a very cleansing entity. And the doctors, I'm calling them doctors, the healers, at the time felt that you um felt that these entities that they would attach to your chest were good for as long as they would only consume what no longer served you. So any like shrapnel, anything that had been, any energy that had been pushed into you that didn't serve your highest good, any psychic, energetic attachments like a negative entity itself, this being would consume, but that had to be removed before it ran out of food, because once it's finished eating any of what no longer served you, it would start consuming parts of you. And this caused your heart chakra, like a defense mechanism for your heart was to like shrink back and to come back. Um, okay. And so what relevance does this have? Is this the cause? Is this the pattern of the cause of current heart chakra? Okay, in this lifetime. Okay, so I'm just going to scan down into your heart chakra from the highest dimension of source above, bring down a column of golden light all the way down to just above Angela's crown chakra, setting the intention to clear anything that no longer serves your highest good and offer healing. And working my way down. Yeah. Okay, so this entity is still here. Well, it's not alive. This entity is like sat on your chest. It's like the residue of it. It died. It died when you died in this previous life. Excuse me. And its effect is like its shadow, this resonance residue that exists of it is causing your heart chakra to like shrink and coil back. So let me just remove this shadow of this entity that no longer serves your highest good. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. He was giving it a name. It's called a drauna. And that name is Arcturian, drauna. It means um something consumer. What is that? What's dra mean? Drauna. It's like the darkness, the dregs, the drauna. Okay. Well, it's removed. Let's take a look at the heart chakra. Doramo tirea tishimia. Good. Okay. Lots of emotional and lots of burps. Oh, that's really beautiful, Angela. I've been getting that a lot recently. A lot of burping of wind and releasing. Your heart's really happy. Your heart's like, yes, I can grow again. I'm free. And as I removed that entity, it was kind of in a, it wasn't totally dead. It was kind of in a stasis. Um, it did kind of like wake up a bit when I got to it. So yeah, we're thankful that that's removed and just checking your heart chakra now. Yeah, it looks good. Then scanning down. That's good. And releasing this energy into the core Mother Earth, connects you into Mother Earth. It's really fascinating. It was that that you were being healed, Angela, on a med bed, an Arcturian med bed, a medical bed, and that they placed these entities on you to assist in your healing. So, in many respects, that entity um, saved your life, at least for a period of time. Um, and there's lessons in this experience. Excuse me, I'm burping too. And it's something like the relevance to this lifetime, Angela, is that um you have the opportunity to how to describe it, um when we place our as humans, when we place our self-love in others, when we say, if that other person loves me back, I will feel better about myself. It's this like anti-pattern that this experience of this being is encouraging both you in your life, but also to be able to assist others in cultivating their self-love and not to give it away to others. So Lacey's next, and thank you, Angela. Thank you so much. Um, so Lacey is next for whatever is needed at this time. Lacey, whatever. Okay. And asking Lacey to step forwards, your guides and your higher self. For Lacey, I see a sunflower. I see you like standing as a tall sunflower. Is that true? Too, I'm being shown you like, do sunflowers follow the sun? I didn't know that if they do. I mean, they might do, but it's what I'm seeing you um doing, Lacey. Like you're when the morning rises, like your face is facing the sunshine, and then you're following it around through the day, and it's like you close up at night. And what does this mean? It's to do with your ability to receive the sun's energy, abundance, the ascension waves that are flowing through the universal, galactic, and our own sun. And I keep being shown that your head is being shown large. So there's this ability to receive um, light codes and also the sun's energy through the crown chakra, which is quite unusual. I mean, I guess we're all unusual. Um, and why is this thin? Why is the stalk so thin? So asking, okay, so asking to help just increase out the connections between your chakras, and it'll also allow this. Well, some sunflowers do follow the sun. Yay! I've got some growing just out in my studio. They're only about this big so far, but that's so cool. And they close at night. You know, maybe I have been told that in my life, right? I'm old enough to have been told these things and forgotten, but it's so cool when you learn these things. Um, I think I'm falling in love with sunflowers. Okay, so Lacey, I'm going to bring down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above and bring that just down into your crown chakra. And let's see what's going on in here. Wow, it's like all these like light codes, the like that you've been absorbing from the sun. What happens at night? Yeah, it's like you're absorbing too much, or there's no such thing as too much, but too much at once without integrating it, without bringing it down into the rest of your body. And so for now, that closing at night is recommended until you're able to absorb, like channel through it, channel that energy through all that ascension energy. So let's see if we can release this energy safely at the right pace for you, Lacey, down into third eye chakra. Wow, this is beautiful upgrades. These are like missing codes. You felt like these missing parts of you, and they're being brought back to you. These gifts and abilities in your third eye. Wow, they're just all falling into place like jigsaw pieces, like Tetris pieces, um, into throat chakra. Good. And then into the heart. And a lot of gratitude will help draw this information and these superpowers into you. So being grateful for the sun, being grateful for the codes that it transmits for you and for all of us. And into the solar plexus, just cultivating this to receive, just allowing your solar plexus to grow and to open up. Ora iniyama. And all this is being coming forwards at this time because you're being encouraged to open up and to receive, that it's safe now to do so, that you're ready to receive. Into the sacral. Yep, that's growing nicely. I've seen like a mermaid's tail moving and dancing there, encouraging some movement in you, dancing to your favorite music. And like these long flowing actions that bring down, help bring down this energy, and then down into your root chakra. It's good. And then grounding down into earth. Seeing you like a lightning rod. You know, lightning rods are designed, at least as humans believe, right, that they channel the electricity down to the ground. And this is part of your role as well. Not all of what you consume from the sun, all of what you receive from the sun is for you. Some of it is for earth as well. And so allowing that to come through you and to reach down into earth, into the roots. Wow. So I that was a really cool whatever, Lacey. I learned more about sunflowers and also your incredible ability to ground in these codes. So I hope that helps you at this time. Um, and Rosie is next. Um, for a clearing. Rosie says, would love a clearing of any energetic blocks or negative entities from attaching I'll say it again. Would love clearing of any energetic blocks or negative entities from achieving my highest potential. Okay. So just asking Rosie to step forwards and your guide. Just one of your guides, please. Yep. And your higher self. I'm just being drawn immediately to your abdominal area. And it's like I'm being shown like through the layers, like through your skin and then down to the muscles and then through towards the like through the the large and small intestine and then just back and up a little bit to the solar plexus. So there's some discomfort there, but there's also this like this negative entity that is kind of interwoven between these layers of your body. And it's really fascinating because it feels like it that it's something that I've had challenged with in the past as well. Um, and what this entity does is, I mean, you couldn't make this stuff up, right? um, it it's like it's designed to inflate the stomach to make it feel um, to make it feel uncomfortable, bloated, and to encourage feelings of self. What do you call it? Unhappiness, like negative self talk, and then pulling. What's happening is it's asking, encouraging you to kind of like what do you call it? Comfort eat. And this seems to be a really important message for many of us to hear, that to challenge ourselves about the why where we feel encouraged, or we spontaneously feel driven to do things, addictions like comfort eat. um and some of the things to look out for is when these things happen like repetitively, there's like a cycle to it. Like that's one way of watching what happens with a negative entity, is that what it'll do is it'll say, "Hey, John, you need to eat more, because you're unhappy," and then you'll eat more, and you say, "Hey, John, you're unhappy because you ate more," and there's that never-ending vicious cycle, and it only ever gets worse. So that's one thing, Rosie, to look out for, and for all of us to look out for in our patterns of behavior. So let me just bring in some clearing energy from the highest dimension of source above and just working my way down. I'm just checking the other chakras as I go. Yeah, just a little bit in the crown chakra that's connected to this. It's removing Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. And coming all the way down. And as I get down to the solar plexus, it's quite, if I was like seeing you side on, it's like to the front and to the back. Yeah, emotional eating as well. That's right. And then let me just reach in. It feels like the way to do this is I'm just going to draw this negative energy out. It's almost like it's got little seeds everywhere planted. You no longer have any right to be here. It is your time to be removed. And just pulling them out into this golden bubble of protective light. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Thank you. And then scanning down, I'm just working my way not just through the chakras, but out to the front of your abdomen and scanning all the way back in through to the back. Okay, yeah. Okay, on the back of the spine. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. It's like anchored at the back of the spine. And then coming down to the roots. Archangel Michael, please return to source and never return here again. and then grounding into the core Mother Earth. Good. That's a lot lighter and brighter. And yeah, definitely um, practicing self love is a great way. Um, I feel like this is advice for me as well before emotional eating. Find a mirror, take a look in the mirror, and say out loud, I love you. I love you, Jon. I mean, you don't need to say, I love you, Jon. You insert your own name, but just say, I love you, and take a deep breath and say, I love you. Thank you. Um, and yeah, that will really help. It'll help you decide whether it's really what you want to do. I hope that helps, Rosie. Okay, LP is next, and yes, it's in a random order. My pleasure, Rosie. It's funny at the end. I was like, oh, I wonder if this really helps with your achieving. But yeah, I feel like it achievement and success is only limited by our own ability to love and take care of ourselves. And so that's why we're at the very core, often led to the solar plexus. Um, so LP is next for a reading and a clearing. Thank you very much, Viviani. And thank you for everyone's continued kind comments, love, and support. I greatly appreciate donations. They really help my family and I and help me continue to do this work full time for you. And I love the donation approach because it encourages, more freedom that anyone can join in, but at the same time, not everyone has to pay. And it's, my way of giving back and thanking you all. Um, So LP, you're saying a healing clearing, please. This ego death has been aggressive. The cord cutting helped a big or bit with ruminating regrets relating to my ex. Okay, let's take a look. So I can check on the cords as well. So just asking LP's guides and higher self to step forwards. I immediately see you um, with a ball and chain, and the chain is anchored in your heart, LP, and then it like the ball. It reminds me of what do they call? Was it mace, which is like this kind of spiky steel ball that the knights would use, but it's quite large. It's like about this big, like maybe about half the size of my head, and it's like swinging around, like you're dragging it around with you. And there's this kind of how to describe it, like a in part it's like a self-destructive habit as well. I hear you saying, "Oh, there goes me and my clumsy heart again," as you kind of smash things up a bit around you as you go, and just holding space for this experience and all that you've shared. Um, yeah, not finding romantic love again. It does feel like there's resistance from you to accept um love, and that um what's really important is in your journey of seeking love is to first give yourself and fill yourself with self-love, because otherwise, even if you do find love, um you'll be seeking that love in others. There'll be many kind of anti patterns, like negative behaviors that you'll attract. And so another way of thinking about this is that if you reach 100% maximum capability of self love, you will attract people that also have these levels of self love. And it's all a choice. But I feel that it would be so powerful for you to achieve this self love. And I'm just asking Archangel Raphael about removing this chain, this heavy weight, And he's just talking to me. He's saying it's safe to remove, but please promise. And he's like, this isn't a condition. Archangel Raphael's like giving advice, and he's saying, please, LP, don't don't blame yourself for other people's clumsiness in love, or their lack of self-love for you, or lack of love for you, or lack of understanding of your boundaries. Okay. So I'm just bringing my light sword and making it nice and small, and just gently reaching into the very core of your heart chakra, LP. I'm just being really gentle because this is very, very vivid for me. And it's a very sensitive part of you. Okay. And just cutting that away. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. It's it's really fascinating. So Archangel Michael is saying for this ball and chain, LP is saying that you can you can have this back in your life if you wish. It's not a negative entity. It's not outside of you. It's a gift that your soul has learned to use in the past, in past lives. And so you can hold this um like like a ball and chain, like a mace. Um you would hold it for your soul can keep it, and it's a gift that you could bring back if you ever want to help with the execution of your boundaries. So this means reinforcing your boundaries, and I literally see you swinging it around your head energetically and creating safe boundaries around you. And it includes, relationships that you you either have or have no longer have with others, and making sure other people have distance from you. But what's really cool about the mace is that you can kind of like it it's enough to warn people off and even to strike them energetically if they overstep a boundary. But if you think about it, it's a bit like a lighthouse, like where it's pointing at any one time is only one small part of the um like the compass around you, the 360 degrees around you. And so you can bring people in close to you within your boundaries. You still get to choose, and that's a beautiful part of that gift. So thank you for that. Now let me see. I was told that Mzansi is next. Hello, Mzansi. Thank you for requesting. For an Akashic reading. Fabulous. Now I've not invited in Archangel Metatron, so I'm just going to invite them in just now. Oh, thank you, LP. I'm so glad that helped. It's such a powerful transformation you're going through. So best of luck, LP. You're on the right track. You're doing great. Keep going. Mzansi. And so asking higher self from Mzansi, your guides. And I'd also like to invite into the session Archangel Metatron to assist with accessing the Akashic records. And right now it's just for Mzansi. So let's just focus on that, please. It's funny. Archangel Metatron is like lifting me up to like the seventh dimension to go and fetch the Akashic record for you, Mzansi. And it's really funny because last time, I don't know if you remember, but I was getting in trouble for asking for uh, Archangel Metatron to like run backwards and forwards. Okay, so just collecting this book. So this is the reading that will help Mzansi the most at this time. So I'm just taking this book, and it's called it's really beautiful. It's called The Path to Your Dreams. And I'm just opening it up. There's like this little, like a golden path, like working its way across the page. And there's a mountain there. It's really fascinating. So as I open this up, and I'm just asking to be taken to where where in this lifetime, which year, which page is the most relevant for Ms. Anzi at this time. So there's this decision point, and I'm seeing 30, 37. It's also the number of my house. Um, but yeah, you were 37 in this lifetime. And what's important about that lifetime is that you had a decision to make. And I see you either got the choice of going up the mountain towards the path of your dreams, or it was down to the just continued on the path, and it's like you went around the mountain and you still continued on this like golden path, the journey of your dreams. I'm just asking, like, what does this mean? What is the decision you have to make? There's a mix of lessons here. So um, you'll never know what it's like to take the other choice. So if choice A is to climb the mountain of your dreams, and choice B is to continue on the journey and the path of your dreams, they both end up in your dreams in this fantastic state. And so you don't need to worry so much about whether it's the right or wrong choice. Just know that they are different approaches and they still achieve your dreams. Also, that the path itself winds round the base of the mountain. And just like when you walk around the base of a mountain, you feel connected with the mountain. And it's a different aspect, a different frequency, a different dimension of it. So, yeah, encouraging you to just be aware of it's like almost like two sides of the same coin, that the decisions and the paths that you take. And I'm just being shown a little bit further forwards, and it shows that in that lifetime, you're aware that you could have continued from the top of the mountain, like from the summit, and continued back down. So you can still, and likewise with the path, you can still go back up to the top of the mountain. So this feels in part metaphorical, but it seems to be physical in that lifetime. It was like you could have lived at the top of a mountain, or you could have lived on a location at the base of the mountain, just past it, and that the two are connected. So the deal is, Zanzi, that you get to in this life, you're either experiencing right now or about to come into this decision point. And as that happens, know that there's no wrong decision. As long as it feels heart aligned, it feels like it's in your best interest and your highest good, then you're good to go. And to know that for the other choices that you rejected, know that there's still big parts of you that are still connected to the other choice, and that you'll have an awareness of it, even if you never have the experience of doing it. So yeah, I hope that helps. Um, so thank you so much. Um, and the next is living in love. Since my son passed, I have felt a bit lost, and could you give me some insight into my life purpose now? Thank you. Um, yes, and I'm just going to close the Akashic records in part since we're coming up on time, and also just in case I forget. So thank you, Ms. Anzi. I'm just closing. Okay, Tracy. So Tracy is living in love, and I'm so sorry for the loss of your son. It's a horrible experience losing a child. And you're looking for your purpose. So just asking for Tracy, living in love, to step forward your higher self and your guides, please. Your guide is saying that when all seems lost and hopeless, and that I see you, you're like it's almost like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, and behind you is this beautiful, radiant, colorful life full of happiness and emotion, of high vibration emotion. And then ahead of you, you're seeing like this void. It's dark. It seems empty. It seems um, like there's nothing there. And the void, like it's not, this isn't a kind of metaphorical example. It's more like, this is a choice for some of us. We sometimes choose to go into the void, and the void is, it's a world between worlds. It's a universe of one, of just you. And it's sometimes where we choose to go during grief as well, and deep grief, or depression, or any of these very low vibration emotions. We can end up feeling and actually end up in the void. And just feeling that, just feeling your grief just now, Tracy, and just holding space for you, and to know that even feeling a small part of it at this time is a real challenge for me. And thank you for sharing it. And I'm just going to bring that energy out of me and just hold it in a bubble in front of me to hold space for this emotion. Okay. And I'm just getting some sense of your purpose, and it feels connected to um I was just distracted by Mizanzu saying, yes, 100% on point, sir, that you'd already here, and I already made the choice. That's fabulous. Well done. Um, yeah, I was seeing for you, Tracy, that there's this theme of self love. Like, what's your purpose? What's your purpose after, um, especially after losing a loved one? And it's really fascinating. The guidance is for you to explore your self love, and it. I don't know. I don't know why I find this hard to mentally, for Jon to mentally understand, because I feel like your guide just totally gets it. And that is that when you lose someone that you feel so close to, that it impacts your ability to love yourself. And in part, especially as a parent, it can feel, um, there's a blame aspect. You feel like it's a tendency to, what could you have done differently in your life? What are the things that you wish you had said before they died? And just to know that it's okay to um to feel all those emotions, but encouraging you to release them, and to also encourage you to work on your self love. And I've said it already to others. I practice it in the morning. Just each morning when you look in the mirror, place your hand on your heart and say, I love you. Say your name. I love you, Tracy. I'm so grateful for you. And what can I do today to show you, Tracy, that I love you more and more each day? And coming back to ourselves when we lose something outside of us, when we come back to our own self-love, it's so anchoring and so nurturing. And I feel like if this is something you can continue to do in your life, your purpose is to help teach others how to do this in the grieving journey. So I hope that really helps you. Um, and thank you for asking. So I'm only going to go for another 10 or so more minutes, since we've been at it for a couple of hours, and it is pretty exhausting for me. Also, I don't think my work for my work for you gets any better uh, after about the 2 hour mark. Um, so let me check uh, who was next, because I did get told. Is it Sylvia next? Sylvia is next for clearing. Hello, Sylvia. Let's take a look. Yes, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Living in Love. I hope it helps. Asking Sylvia, our guides, and higher self to step forwards. It feels there's a need for you, Sylvia, to stand tall. And this is to stretch your body also. And there's something holding you back. What is this? Okay, there's this, feels like there's this attachment on your back and it's like hooked. It's like, it's almost has this little claws on the back of the top of your shoulders and then down the root of your spine. So down the back of your spine, down to the root. So let me just bring in a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source. I'm just going to fill all of Sylvia's chakras with golden protective light of love. And then I'm just going to, oh, this is nasty, this thing. They're peeling off. It's like peeling off its claws, like one at a time off your shoulder. I'm just pulling its two arms and then I'm turning around and removing this and its tail from connecting the root. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Very strange entity, like claws on the top, and then it was quite thin. It's quite very flat, flattened down the back, almost like if you could lie on it and it would, you wouldn't know it was there. And then connects into the root, and it was stopping you from like standing up straight, standing tall. Excuse me. And like the suppression in you, Sylvia, like wanting to speak your truth, wanting to express yourself, and it's allowing yourself to take deep breaths. That's quite a big clearing for you. So I hope that helps you. And just grounding in that golden light into the core of Mother Earth. Good. Okay. Um, and after Sylvia, maybe just one more. And if you weren't here at the beginning, I'm excited to see that uh, Viviani will be live with me on Monday. So that's so exciting. So come along on Monday. We will be doing Mondays and Thursdays from next week onwards. Same time, same place. Um, so Leah's next. And how can I assist you, Leah? I hope you're doing well, and thank you for reaching out. Need a clearing. And Silva was saying, "Hi, Jon. It's very intense. I can't get my frequency up because of a situation that makes me sad. My light language is being held back by this." I hope that helps you, Sylvia. And yeah, really encouraging you to focus on your self love and releasing what no longer serves you. Um. So yeah, clearing for Leah. So just asking Leah to step forwards, your higher self, and one of your guides, please. Wow. So I'm being shown for you, Leah. Um, there's this um, attachment you have, and it's reached it as an entity. It's like reached down onto your. If I could show this on camera, it's like reached down onto your hands. In particular, it focuses on the wrists, and then also has like some effect over the hands. And it's almost like I don't know if you wear a watch. Um, I think I wear mine on the wrong side. If there's meant to be a side for genders, I don't know. I'm sure there was when I was told when I was a kid. But who cares now? And I'm just seeing like almost like there's this blurring effect over your watch and your time, but also like the things you're doing with your hands. And it's an energetic like dizziness. It's like a kind of fog, like a brain fog that you experience with your hands, Leah. Like you wouldn't really know what you're doing with your hands specifically. You find it's like makes you more clumsy. Um, let me just scan, see where this is. Bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source to clear, Leah. Okay, and as I come down to the shoulders, I can see this. It's almost like a it reminds me of a worm in that it's like symmetrical. Almost like it has a like two heads, like a head at both ends, and it runs up across the top of the shoulders and then down out to each arm. Oh, you had surgery as well. That's right. Um, I hope that went well, Leah. You're getting fingers fixed next. Oh, best of luck with that surgery. So let me just remove this entity for you. Just bringing forward my light sword. Sword be with me as I remove this. And just coiling it up. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. That was not a nice feeling. Like a really horrible taste, like a metallic taste in my mouth. And then and Angela saying, you have hand surgery tomorrow. Best of luck with your surgery. And just bringing in this healing energy throughout your whole body. Wishing you the best of luck with your surgery. And then I'm just going to, for your fingers, I'm going to do both hands. And I'm just going to scan through those, Leah, see if there's anything that can help you this time. And I'm just running golden light energy down to the fingertips just to help any alignments, challenges you have, any healing that you need, help with the nerve endings and growth. And I feel like when the surgeons get to doing their work, that they're going to, um, the work I've done doesn't interfere with their work in any way. Just it's like they're going to check the state anyway. So I hope that helps you. Well, I think I'm all done for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. Still have 19 in the chat. That's so exciting. And and just it's so lovely. Like I know I become a little less kind of present as we get through the 2 hours, but it's so lovely. All your loving support of each other and yourselves, and, encouraging each other to often to take accountability and responsibility for our own self-love is just so beautiful, and to encourage each other, when we're being asked to step into these hard missions that we've chosen as souls on this life. And they're hard, they're really hard, right? We're the ground crew, we're the ones changing this world, and you guys are at the very heart of it. And so thank you. It's my honor to be here of service to you. um, Thank you for all of your love and support. Your kind donations, whether it's now or later, are always greatly appreciated. And I'm excited to uh, to see you on Thursday. I have a busy day doing client sessions tomorrow and also training, which is really exciting. I'm doing an in-person one tomorrow, which I really love. And I'll be doing it out in nature with my clients. We're going to a specific place for ley lines, so looking forward to that. And um, also excited to see you Thursday and then Monday with Viviani. That'll be so cool. And it'll be great just to share Viviani with the world. You're incredible. And thank you so much, Viviani, for your love and support. It's truly incredible. And yeah, thank you for your kind words, and love your tunes. That's lovely too. I love music. It's so much fun. So before we finish, I'd like to um, I'd like to thank our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, and every soul that's participated in today's session. And I'm making sure that I've closed the Akashic records, closed the Akashic records, closed the Akashic records. And then I'm shrinking down this bubble that we created at the start, asking each of us to step out of the session bubble today. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Thank you. And wishing everyone, yes, as Viviani says, absolutely. Drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest. Today, I had an almost 2 hour nap at lunchtime. And in part, it was making sure I was prepared for this. And also just because I could. And, these acts of self-love are the things that, are helping change this world. That's lovely to hear about your hands, Liam. Um, Great. And yeah, keep in touch. And I will see you all guys. I'll see all you guys on Thursday. Take care, and I love you. Thank you, everyone. See you. Bye.